So the gopis, they know Narada Muni's teachings. They know the Srimad Bhagavatam. They say, "Oh, you're giving us upadesh, but the essence of all upadesh, like Bhagavad Gita, is manmana bhavamad bhakto madhyaji manamaskuru." You taught so much on karma tattva, and then you taught karma tattva and the trigunamayi, the three modes of nature, and you taught the karma yoga, then you taught the gyan yoga, the impersonal and personal, then you taught bhakti, and then you taught sankhya. One acharya I mentioned before, he said there's 18 chapters in Gita, and they each have a title, yoga, Purushottam yoga, and Vishad yoga. So he explained, I think it was Guru of Advaita Das, he said that these are 18 different yogas. And the first chapter, for example, is Vishad yoga, where Arjuna is completely lamenting and completely attached. And it's a whole psychological catharsis that he's going through, where he has to actually change and transform his mind and rise above this socham. Krishna says, "Asochanam but socham cha." He says, "You are lamenting for what is not worthy of lamentation." So he was actually, Arjuna became so paralyzed because if you have a stroke, you're holding something, if you have a stroke, you lose your motor control, you lose your nerve control because your brain is disconnected with your body, so you can't move your hand or leg. So his emotions were so accelerated and so expanded and overwhelming and enveloping that he became dysfunctional. So he's famous on the battlefield and famous worldwide as Gandiva Dhara. We prefer Murlidhar or Haladhar, Balaram with the plow. So Krishna holds the Murli, or Vamshidhari. So this Arjuna is famous for the Gandiva, this bow which was given to him by Agni. Acha. I was actually going to say Agni to begin with. Anyway, I'm not so sharp on the Mahabharata. Please forgive me. My mind, when you go to buy something, you buy something that tastes good, your favorite. So when you go to read something, you want to read something that's tasty. So my taste has always fallen in the dust of Vrindavan. Funny thing, it's such a dry place, but it's so tasty. So the Gandiva Dhara, he became paralyzed and he lost his grip. He dropped the bow. He couldn't even stand. Heroes stand with their bow in hand. He became so paralyzed that he dropped his bow and sat on the chariot. I quit. This is Vishad. So it's a whole, actually, yoga means transformation. It means, what does yoga mean? It means elimination and acceptance and progress. Because yoga, the whole idea of yoga is to link the jiva, the Atma, with the Paramatma. And when that linking is complete and perfect, the Atma becomes liberated. So Vishad, emotions and misplaced emotions and false attachments to this Boma Ijadi, these are a cause of Vishad, and one has to be liberated from those and linked to Krishna. So you can even, if you analyze these chapters, you can actually understand why they're individual yogas, because there's no question of liberation or no question of connecting with God, which is yoga, different ways, unless one's mind is free from mundane attachments and vishad, lamentation. That's a side point. So that's the translation. He says, everything you said about dharma, serve your husbands, take care of the children, you're a coward girl, what about the cows? What about your house? What about your name and shame and sati dharma? All these instructions, which are well and good for everyone, they don't apply to us.